set this man on fire while he in the car asleep. Oh, bro, what?
Hey, bitch, you know what I came to do, what I came to do. Hey, bitch, you know the move.
What up, YouTube? You already know it's your boy, Mr. TGE. Go and make our stop. You already know we rock. Cheese. And we back with another banger. You already know. Let's go ahead and get into these videos. I'm gonna keep bringing these bangers for y'all. We're gonna get into it. You already know, before we get into the video, smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Go ahead. We're gonna go crazy. Don't forget to hit me up on IG. Also, check out my gaming channel. We going crazy over there too. I'm gonna show y'all some content. Let's go ahead, go crazy.
Shooting 1-year-old.
That big ass clown.
We got a 12-year-old baby savage by the name of Lil RODNEY.
I was trying to see, could you at least give me one more chance?
I was 16 when I had her.
The young rapper was originally on probation.
My first thing. Where the fuck is his parents at? He 12. He got guns and all type of shit. He in the crib kicking. Fuck is his parents at?
For committing arson in 2019.
All I was trying to do was go to my friend's funeral. And then,
Alright guys, so grab a seat, get a snack, and get comfortable because in today's video, I have a very tragic story for you guys. And I'm going to be talking about the story of Lil RODNEY and how the world failed him. And I know other YouTubers out there probably haven't even heard about the story yet, as it's been flying pretty low under the radar. And if they did, they probably thought it wasn't important enough to talk about because, you know, most of them are way too caught up on the 24/7 cycle of pointless internet drama that really doesn't have that much impact on the real world for the most part. Anyway, let's talk about RODNEY. So RODNEY is a 12-year-old rapper from Fort Worth, Texas, who's currently serving a 7-year jail sentence for shooting a 1-year-old baby. Yeah.
He shot a 1-year-old baby? What the fuck? You 12, bro. You supposed to be playing Fortnite or some shit. God damn, what is the world coming to?
Yes, you heard that right. A gun that RODNEY had in his possession was fired and hit a 1-year-old child. Now, based on my understanding, the details under how and why the gun was fired are unknown. Like, I tried turning into my alter ego, Detective Destiny, to find out why this kid decided to shoot a literal baby, but I couldn't find any specific details. However, my best assumption is that he wasn't specifically targeting the baby because that wouldn't have made any sense. Like, what does he have against a baby? Like, nobody beefs with babies because, for starters, they can barely walk or talk. I mean, unless this kid just has some special affinity toward hating what are essentially just old people in baby form, the theory of him being out here in these streets targeting a baby out of revenge wouldn't make any sense. The more likely scenario, though, is that he was playing with an illegal gun, you know, the gun went off by accident, and the bullet flying out of the chamber in an unspecified direction accidentally hit a 1-year-old child who was passing by. However, according to an article from hotnewhiphop.com, it says a young aspiring rapper will
get this shit. 1-year-old running also known as 30 shots and baby savage. Damn, he was 11 when he shot him. He committed arson at 11. These young kids don't be doing shit.
Will spend the next 7 years behind bars after he was found guilty of shooting a 1-year-old child. Lil RODNEY, also known as 30 Shots and Baby Savage, was just 11 years old when he reportedly shot the toddler. RODNEY from Fort Worth, Texas, had already been in trouble with the law in connection to an arson, so he was fitted with an ankle monitor. The young rapper told a judge that he cut the monitor off because he wanted to attend the funeral of a friend. However, he couldn't provide the friend's name. So yeah, that's a lot of stuff to unpack, and by the time this kid gets out of jail, it'll be the year 2028. You know, the iPhone 7 would have been released, cars will no longer require human beings to drive them, and the cure for all cancers would have been found. In all seriousness though, this kid is royally fucked, especially since he has a prior criminal record for intentionally setting things on fire. And I don't know the specifics of what exactly he set on fire, as he's a minor and I believe those details could not be shared to the public because of his age. But obviously you gotta be a little bit unstable to be setting shit on fire for fun. Although, after doing some digging around, I did manage to find a video of either Lil Rodney or one of his associates setting one of their friends who was sleeping in his car on fire. Check it out.
Oh. You set this man on fire while he in the car asleep. Oh, bro, why? Why would you do that? Look, set that nigga shit on fire. Like, he didn't even know Lil Flame, that shit going.
So yeah, as you could see in the video, you know, that man or the kid, whoever he is, he was just trying to catch some Z's. He was just, you know, taking a
That man was catching some good Z's.
nap, trying to rejuvenate his body and soul. And then you got these weirdos out here who are intentionally setting fire to his head. And I don't know how far that fire got, but it looked like it was burning right through the hood and straight to his hair. Like, my God, what in the... But anyways, as for the 1-year-old Rodney shot, reports indicate that the baby did indeed survive the shooting. It says here in a report from JordanThriller.com, police allege Lil Rodney shot a 1-year-old baby after he cut off his ankle monitor, which he had to wear due to a previous arson charge. The baby miraculously survived. And luckily for Rodney, that kid survived because instead of getting out at 19, he would have been getting out of jail with a full head of gray hair and a full beard. Reports say that he's also in a gang, the Crips, and goes by the name 30 Shots or Baby Savage.
All right, so y'all know the Baby Savage, the 12-year-old Lil Rodney. The first time we reported on him, he pretty much was giving the op the beats because his ops had dissed on the Ape Gang guy, J-Dub, Channel 5.
But anyway, for his crimes, Rodney had to appear in court in front of a man named Judge Kim, who he's come across many times in the past before, and he had to hear how his future would be judged.
You do have a right to remain silent. Give up that right. Anything you say at a detention cannot be used against you at any other type of court setting. All right, so Rodney, you and I are familiar with each other. You are 11 years old. Wait a minute, yesterday was your birthday.
Yes, sir.
Now you're 12 years old. So, well, happy birthday. I'm sorry you had to spend it here at a detention facility. All right, so you were here you're on probation for arson, and that is from 2019. Then we've had all kinds of problems. Most recently, I let you go. You come in and out. I've always let you go because you're so young. I mean, you're 11 years old, right? So I didn't want to keep an 11-year-old in here. Now there is definitely a new charge that was filed, relating back to April. And that's the one where you shot the 1-year-old, Mr. Spence?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Like a 1-year-old baby?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so he's on probation for arson. He's accused of shooting a baby at 11 years old, and he's smoking weed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Mr. Moore, what should I do at this point? Like, where am I at?
I don't know, but I was trying to see, could you at least give me one more chance and then see if this time I mess up, you should like hold me for some months.
Yeah, but didn't you say that last time? You told me you hold you for a year last.
Oh, Tanya Davis, you're wrong. She laughed. She laughed. Did y'all see her laugh, bro? She fucked up.
Didn't you?
Never said that. I don't remember.
What? Yeah, you told me that I can hold you next time. Give me one more chance. Actually, you said that two times. And remember, the last time I said, well, that's what you said last time. Why should I believe you this time?
So, as you can clearly see, Rodney was asking Judge Kim for a second chance, like any kid in that situation would. But the reactions from everybody watching when he said that says it all. I mean, it's clear as day that Rodney doesn't understand the gravity of the entire situation. He doesn't seem to have a firm grip on the reality of the circumstances. I guess he just doesn't understand that shooting a baby is something that most people would be locked away in prison for the rest of their lives for.
All I was trying to do was go to my friend's funeral. And I asked Mr. Spence, and he said no. And then I missed JV and stuff because I was in here. And every time It hurt every time I miss one of my friends. So I tried to go to the funeral, and Mike didn't let me go because I
He
didn't know
trying
my
not to
friend's
laugh
last
and he
name.
crying. Oh,
And then-
bro, this is bad. You going to jail, buddy.
I just had to because I didn't.
Bro, nobody give a shit. Look at their faces. They don't find no sympathy for that boy. None.
Rodney,
They know he full of shit.
I think Judge understands your point at this point, okay?
So they want guns at the funeral? Is that where you're
Damn.
trying to go?
Damn.
No, that was a long time after the funeral, Your Honor.
Pretty sad stuff, to be honest, and I kind of feel bad for the kid. But I do think that the judge is doing him a favor by putting him in a juvenile detention center, because oftentimes in situations like this, you have no other options, especially when they are repeat offenders. You know, it's better to get them off the streets and put them in facilities with professionals in hopes that they can help them hop off the dangerous path that they're all unfortunately on. And now, the thing you guys are probably all wondering is, how? How did a kid who's only been alive for only 12 years, born in 2008, and not even a teenager yet, end up in such a compromised position in life? Well, it all started on the day of September 15th in the year 2008. And on that day, Rodney was born to a 16-year-old mother whose father quickly abandoned him after he was born. Rodney's mom, now being a single mother with an already troubled life of her own, was now tasked with a responsibility that she was definitely not ready for. In an interview I found that Rodney's mom took after his hearing with Judge Kim, the interviewer asked her what happened to his biological father, and this is what she had to say about him.
What happened with his biological father?
I mean, nothing happened to him. It was kind of middle school, high school, you know, sweethearts or whatever you got it. And then, like, when I got older, shit, he didn't ever act like he wanted to step up. So, shit, I never looked back at nothing. I just thought I stepped up for all his part and mine this whole time. I never looked back. I don't got time to be worried about no child support or what he gonna do, no birthdays, Christmas. He just non-existent to me. I don't look for him. He don't look for me, and it's cool. Like.
So you see, Rodney, from the time he came into this world, he was already at a major disadvantage. And the mom acts like she's totally fine with some dude knocking her up at 16 and leaving her with a baby boy all to herself to raise. But we all know that she's hurt by the fact that he never came back once to see his son. But despite that fact, she said she stepped up and tried to fill the shoes for both mother and father for Rodney. But like I said before, with her being 16, having a troubled life of her own, and obviously not being ready to be a mother, she does admit that she has been to jail 2 different times since Rodney's been alive.
I went to prison. I've been to prison twice. That's the only thing that ever kept me away from my son. It was just 6 months at a time when he was younger. So I guess it wasn't really that impactful, but it was.
And of course, she doesn't disclose the types of crimes she was locked up for, so I can't accurately judge how messed up of a person she might actually be. But if anything is a good indicator of how damaged she is as a person and a mother, it's the way her son Rodney turned out to be with being in a gang, you know, committing arson, rapping about criminal behavior, smoking weed on camera, and a plethora of other things. You know, kids are often a reflection of their parents and their environment. They're like little sponges that soak up every little thing, good or bad, and those are the things that mold their character into the people that they will one day eventually be. Numerous studies that I've read personally have shown that the first 7 years of a child's life are the most important, as that is when their brains are rapidly developing its mapping system. And based on an article from Harvard, they say data from Harvard University shows that the brain develops rapidly during the first years of life. Before children turn 3.
You going out studies, my boy. If I would have to say anything, my mama locked up, my dad gone. I ain't got nobody. The gang pretty much probably feel like a family to him. He ain't really had that connection, or he had somebody that like father figure show him the ropes on type shit like that. Like you can't just go
3 years old, they're already forming 1 million neural connections every single minute. These links become the brain's mapping system, formed by a combination of nature and nurture, especially serve and return interactions. Now, I'm not going to get into what nature and nurture is or what serve and return actually is. You can research those terms and understand what they mean on your own time. However, I will say, if a child's first years of its life is filled with nothing but abuse, pain, and trauma, how do you think that child will end up being when it's older? I mean, there's a reason for why people who are born into dangerously toxic environments where their days are filled with nothing but perpetual darkness typically end up becoming cold-hearted abusers themselves when they grow up. Unfortunately, that's most likely what's going to happen to Lil RODNEY unless he can have some sort of strong father figure like mentor to give his life a complete 180 in the opposite direction that he's currently heading in. Sadly though, that most likely won't happen for him or for the thousands of other kids currently in his position. And I will acknowledge that the issue is much deeper than what I'm going to cover in this video, as it would take way too much time to talk about. But I am hoping that Lil RODNEY can get the help that he desperately needs so that he can at least have a chance at having a future. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down below. Share and like the video if you haven't already. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Subscribe and turn on all notifications for the channel so you can always be alerted whenever I upload a video. But let's be real here. It's your guy Destiny, and I'll catch you ladies and gents in the next one.
Damn, man. That was crazy. Buddy really shot a 1-year-old after trying to go to a funeral. I've never in my life heard no shit like that. He's 12, shooting a 1-year-old, and he committing arson and all type of shit. He had a young mother. His father ain't there. His mom went to jail. He probably joined the game just so he could feel a part of something, feel something. And shit happens. It happens a lot, unfortunately. But damn, it's kind of fucked up. But y'all already know, man. Let me know what y'all think about this video in the comment section. You already know. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all on the next one. On cheese.